a basic presentation about ports and runnables. Below are the topics which I am planning to cover. What are ports? What are runnables? What are AutoSAR interfaces? What is client-server interface? What is sender-receiver interface? What is layered interaction matrix? Now let's see what are ports. In AutoSAR, we have software components. Software components are nothing but modules which is present in the application layer of AutoSAR. So in AutoSAR, one software component cannot directly access the API of the other software component and BSW modules. So how do the software component access the API of other software component? That is done with the help of ports. To say you in detail, in non-AutoSAR project, consider we have two modules, module 1, module 2. A function in module 1 can directly call a function in module 2, provided we have the extend declaration of the module 2 API. So this is possible. A function in module 1 can directly call a function in module 2. But in AutoSAR, this is not possible. A function in one software component can access the function of other software component via ports. So the software components are connected with the help of well-defined ports. We have three types of ports, which we call it as application ports, service ports, calibration ports. Application ports are nothing but ports which is present in the application software component. Service ports are nothing but ports which is present in the modules which is below RTE. Calibration ports are nothing but ports which is present in the calibration software component. That is, there is one software component which involves calibration parameters. So ports which is present in that particular calibration software component, we call it as calibration ports. If you take the design document of AutoSAR, we see something called R ports and P ports. R ports is nothing but request port. P ports are nothing but provider ports. We, in a normal automotive environment, we say provider module is a module which is the owner of that particular interface. That is, we have one interface, and if the definition of that interface is present in a module, say A, that A is called as a provider module. And the module which calls the interface, we call it as a require module. So the port which is present in the module which calls the interface are called as R ports, and the ports which is present in the owner of that interface module, we call it as P ports. Now let's see about runnables. These runnables are nothing but a normal C function actually. So the definition or the sequence with inside the runnable, which means runnable is nothing but a normal C function, and the execution inside the runnable will be developed by the developer or will be written by the developer. So runnables are defined normal functions which has a sequence of instructions, and this is called by RTE. The developer is responsible to write the sequences inside the runnable. If you take an application software component, all the functions we call it as a runnable. And basically, the implementation of the software component, of the application software component, is based on the runnables. That is, in the context of the application software component, there are certain entities called runnables, which are basically the procedures, that is the functions, that contain actual implementation of the software components. This runnable entity can be triggered either cyclically or via any event. Cyclically, which means RTE can call that runnable every, say, 10 milliseconds or so. When we say as event, consider, for example, there is a mode change to full COM. COM changes to full COM. That is one event. So whenever COM changes to full com, then that particular runnable has to be called. So that this is an example for the event triggered runnable. And how to trigger the runnable is configurable, and this is done with the help of configuration tools such as Rovinci Developer. Now let's see what is AutoSAR interfaces. An interfaces is attached to all ports. Basically, this interface is divided into two based on the communication between the ports. If the communication is client-server communication, then we say it as a client-server interface. If the communication is sender-receiver communication, then we say it as sender-receiver interface. Furthermore, the interfaces can still be divided into parameter interface, non-volatile interface, trigger interface, or mode switch interface. What is client-server communication? Here the client initiates the communication and requests the server to perform the service. The server then performs the request and sends the response to the client. In case of sender-receiver communication, it is like a broadcast communication. So usually sender-receiver will involve data element communication, where the sender will send one data and the receiver modules can receive the data. Now let's see in detail about client-server interface. This we can compare to a normal function call. That is, one module calls one other module, and that module means that API has a return value. So this type of communication we use client-server interface. So this is comparable to a function call and takes place most frequently between application software components and the services of the basic software component, which means basic software. Like we have modules like diagnostics, memory management. So in client-server interface, interaction will be basically between application software components and modules like diagnostics, memory management, communication services, something like that. So if you take the example, we have two clients here and there is one server. So a client needs to get some information from server. So it will use this particular API name actually to say RT underscore call, port name, operation name, everything, and sends the request to the server. The server processes the request, that is, it will execute that particular function and it will send the return value of that function to the client. So this is how client-server interface is working. Then we have sender-receiver interface. This interface defines more about the data exchange between the software components or between software component and the PSW modules. If you take a sender-receiver interface, something like this, the sender sends the data and the receiver receives it. Our syntax for this is RT write port name data element name. Here mostly we have to see the port symbol actually. So in sender receiver interface, the port for provider will be, that is P port will be like this and R port will be like this. In case of client server, the P port is like this and R port is like this. So in short to say, client server interfaces, it is like a function call where the function has a return value. And in case of sender receiver interface, it is like a data exchange between two modules. One module sends the data and other module receives the data. Now let's see in detail about ports and runnable. Consider there is one software component. We have two runnables here, and to the runnables we have three sender receiver ports, that is the R port here, and P port, sender receiver P ports, two sender receiver P ports here. Similarly, we have client server P port, which is attached to the runnable 2, and R port of client server, which is attached to runnable 2. So if you take the algorithm, it will be like this. Consider it is a sender receiver interface. So whenever a R port is configured, API like this will be generated. Whenever P port is configured, API like this will be generated. So whenever a R port is configured, RT read API will be there, will be generated. And what will happen inside RT read? RT read will have the address of the data in the argument, and that address value will be filled by a global variable, and this global variable will be filled in the RT write API via some constant or some other value. So R port is defined, RT read will be generated, and inside that the sequence will be something like this. And for P port, RT write will be generated, and inside that the sequence will be like this. So in the RT write, the variable is updated, and in the RT read, the variable is read. So inside the runnable, it will be something like this. RT read of this will be there, and using this data, the developer can write his own algorithm or his own sequence, and some other runnable, some other port, some other P port, RT write can also be called in the same runnable. So inside the runnable only, via this RTE APIs, the data will be read or exchanged. Hope you understood the concepts of ports and runnables. If you configure a sender receiver port, for every R port, RT read will be generated. For every P port, RT write will be generated. To use the data, a runnable will be configured, and inside the runnable, the RT read and the RT write API will be called, and in the RT write, the data will be updated. The same can be read in by the RT read API. Hope you understood about the ports and runnables, how it is done with respect to the software. Now let's see about layered interaction matrix. Inside the BSW modules, all modules cannot interact directly with all other modules. For example, if you take memory services module, can interact only with OS memory services, crypto services. It cannot interact with communication services, off-port communication services. So here if you see the green tick indicates which all it can interact. X, not used, not allowed to use. And this is with restriction, only callback only is possible. So if you take this IO driver, it is allowed to use system service module API and the API present in the microcontroller hardware module. Rest of the modules, it is not having access. Only for few modules, callback access is there, like IO hardware abstraction, onboard device abstraction, IO drivers, something like that. So this will be very much helpful when you are developing the AutoSAR code actually. Hope you understood about ports and runnables. Please do subscribe my YouTube channel. The more you subscribe, I'm getting